Greetings, Love Posse. If you haven't noticed, we're getting an upgrade. Individually, collectively. So we must pay attention to who and what we give our time to. As an empath, a highly sensitive person, I know I have to pay attention to the people that I allow in my presence and to what I focus on in terms of social media, what I read, what movies I watch, because I absorb that energy. I absorb everyone's energy. So I'm always paying attention, being aware of who's around me and what I'm absorbing in terms of what's outside. Technology, images, what have you. I don't watch horror movies. I don't watch movies with killing and raping of children, adults either. I pretty much watch documentaries, feel-good movies, romantic comedies. I do love a great supernatural movie, but I am highly selective because I understand how the brain works. I understand how the psyche works, how energy works. We are energetic beings, so we absorb energy. So in this time, it's extremely important to be aware of, to pay attention to who and what you're giving your time to. You're sharing who you're sharing your time with. I'll give you two examples, recent examples, a couple yesterday and the day before. Yesterday I received a text from a friend and I could feel her energy in the text. I began to get nervous, anxious. I knew that, okay, my friend is nervous and anxious. She is not in a healthy way, a balanced way. I can't see my friend because we were supposed to meet. And I knew, no, she's not. She's not really wanting to see people, but she doesn't know how to say it without hurting my feelings. So I said it. I said, I understand you're experiencing this. Without saying I understand, I'm picking up on your energy. But I said, I understand what you are experiencing, and it's okay if we don't see each other. How about next time? And her response to me was, yes, I'm done. I'm sorry. Yes, next time. So what I intuited, what I felt was spot on, and I met my friend where she was, right? I allowed her time that she needed to get balanced and centered without me putting myself in that situation of having to protect myself and going through all of that. I was aware and I took what I believed to be right action in my friend's best interest, but in my best interest. So the day before, the UPS man came to my house and he thought the package that he had was for me, but it was actually for my neighbor next door. And I'm talking to him and he's telling me about his life and his ex-wife and and how she was a challenging person, and I'm using the word challenging, and all the things that he went through. And all of a sudden, I wanted to cry. I became so emotional. You know, the tears started to come up in me, and I told him, I said, oh my goodness. I said, I'm holding back all these tears. And for a minute there, I'm thinking it's me. But after he left, I'm like, what's going on? I just went on a walk. I was so happy and skipping. And this is his energy, because I could see deeply in his eyes. I could see some distress, some sadness, but I hadn't put it together yet. It was him. He was sad. And I'm like, wow, my sense of intuiting and feeling others' energy is getting so strong. But I couldn't do anything about that situation, because there are some situations, most situations we cannot control. And still yet, we must be aware. And especially now, with all this up-leveling of the energies on the planet, the forces, and there are forces out there who are constantly attempting to control our time, our thoughts. And these forces, what I mean, they are wanting to control what we focus on. Fear, to keep us in fear. You see, if we're constantly distracted, if we are constantly in a fear state, we don't think clearly. We behave in a chaotic manner. Our behavior can be aggressive, impulsive, angry, attacking others, threatening. And then we all feel that because we're energetic beings. My energy affects your energy. We're interconnected, and it's time we accept that. So we have to pay attention to who we share our time with. Are these people in an unhealthy, imbalanced, unloving, angry, fear-based, low vibrational state of being? Make the decision to either not be around those people or spend less time with those people. Make the decision to stop filling your mind, your energy filled with so much social media. Right? We absorb that energy, and social media is out of control. The TV programs you watch, if you watch television. I haven't watched television since 2005. All of that stuff you're absorbing. News, if you're still watching the news, come on, man. Love Posse, come on. If you need some news, go to YouTube, right, where you have a greater selection. It's not all the mainstream, because they're not telling you the truth of what's happening anyway. And it's all this COVID everywhere. COVID. Okay, by now, you know we're going through a pandemic, but constantly absorbing COVID. How many people are dying? Do you need to keep up? Do you need to keep score with how many people are dying? Really? I'm just going to tell you, really. Stop absorbing all of that, because you stay in that vibration. You absorb that vibration. That's who you become. That's what you radiate in the world. That fear. We don't need any more fear. We're absorbing all this fear. We're inundated with fear. It's not helping us. It's unhealthy. It causes dis-ease in the body. It affects the mind. It affects nature. Nature's absorbing this from us because we're interconnected with all life. Our fur babies are absorbing our energy, creating dis-ease in our fur babies. We have to be aware of who we're sharing our time with, and what we're focusing on, what we're giving our time to, what we are allowing in our mind space, who we are allowing in our body space, our physical space, our spiritual space. Because, again, we are going through a crucial time here, a time of spiritual initiations, of up-leveling. We're wasting so much of our time and energy with people who are not supporting us, people who are not supporting progress, not supporting love and kindness and compassion, not supporting us evolving. People wanting us to stay where we are. People wanting to be in the past. Wanting to go back to what they believe is normal. None of that shit is going to happen. We're not going back. The past is not the present, which is my next video. We have to stop all this nonsense, glorifying the past, wanting to stay there. Everything changes. Everything changes. We're meant to change, evolve, grow. We're expansive beings. We're living organisms with potential, which means we transform into other forms, more expansive forms. We can't stay where we are. We have to have some discernment. What are we listening to? What are we watching? Who are we around? We must be aware. There are forces out there working day and night, 24/7, overtime, to distract us, not wanting us to wake up. They're desperate. There's really nothing that they can do. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us. We are a human, spiritual, soul, family. It's up to us. It's up to us. Choose love. Choose positivity. Choose healthy content, helpful content meaningful content. Content that will help you to grow and to develop. To develop your mind and your spirit. In loving and positive and healthy ways. Love Posse. We have to pay attention to who and what we're giving our time to. It matters. Thank you for your time, Love Posse. I love you so much. The divine loves you. You are loved. If this content is meaningful or helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please comment. I will respond. If you're into tapping, please check out my tapping books, Tap Tap, Tracy's Hair, God Made It Special, Tap That Too, Healing the Death Trauma. Also, please check out my shop on my website at tiffanyhoward.com. If you're on Facebook, I'm only on Facebook, please check out my page at Tyffany Howard. If you're going through challenging times and you're trying to figure it out, you are in need of some guidance, I offer my spiritual counseling to you. Please go to my website, check out my spiritual counseling one-on-one sessions and my other events. Your time is extremely important. What you absorb is extremely important. It affects us. It affects us. Namaste, Love Posse. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.